Good evening and welcome to the Mount Carmel Area High School, where tonight WKMC TV is proud to bring you scholastic wrestling action as the MCA Red Tornadoes play host to the visiting Mounties of South Williamsport High School. My name is Greg Sacavage, and as always, I am joined by my broadcasting colleague, friend, former coach, and former teammate, Mr. Ron Lentini. Well, Ron, it is that time of the year when, in our part of the woods at least, in the Pennsylvania hard coal region, groups of individuals get together and start mixing spices and meat for the upcoming soupy season.
That's right.
Well, just as important, there are other groups of young athletes getting together and fine-tuning their take on the art of wrestling as we are starting to prepare for the meat of the high school wrestling calendar coming up, and Mount Carmel is going to start it tonight in the next 3 or 4 days, being in the grinder. The Big Red is going against the Mounties, and every match and every win is critical, both now on an individual and team effort.
Yeah, like you stated, Greg, you know, they got to win every one to try and get a good seeding going into the team district dual meet championships. And naturally, the kids as an individual, right behind that, you will be starting in 3 weeks the individual sectional championships, going up to districts, regionals. So every match is very important. The kids should be in pretty good shape by now, and they know where they're at. Everybody should be at the weights where they want to be to compete at the best possible position. So we'll see how it pans out for everybody.
Yep, like again, as I said, it's that time of the year. But as you said, there's an individual aspect, there's a team aspect now. Come Saturday night, all matches up to Saturday night count towards team districts. They will be starting next Wednesday, right? The first 8 teams that are seeded will get a home match. So Mount Carmel Area trying to stay in that top 8 so they can get in a home match. After that, those teams that win the matches next Wednesday will advance to Milton High School for the district championships, and then on to Hershey for the team district championships. And again, as you said, that's team, and then in a few weeks we'll have the sectional wrestling tournament where they'll start doing it individually. Then they'll go on the districts, regions, and then back to the Hershey Center for the individual state tournament.
And as always, District 4 is loaded. There are the teams that are there, they are just loaded. I mean, at the top of the tournament, naturally we got Muncie and we have Southern, but they're not far ahead of the other teams that are right behind them, and it is stacked. There's the top 10 teams anybody could.
It's interesting because there's a ton of teams in District 4 that are near the 500 mark in their records. You have to be 500 and have completed at least half your matches up to Saturday night, and it's just packed. And you know, Mount Carmel sitting right now number 5 with a 5-3 record. But right behind them in the area, Central Columbia, Hughesville, and Lewisburg, who ironically this Saturday in a major quad meet at Hughesville will all be wrestling each other.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. Are the coaches going to put their best guys where they feel to give themselves a chance to win, or are they going to hold something back, hoping they're going to rematch these guys somewhere down the line in districts?
That's an interesting strategy. You know, on one end of it, you know, you want to get a home match for your team, for districts. You want your fans to see a home match. Another point, as you said, you know, we're coming down to the end of the season. You don't want to get anybody critically hurt. You know, that's going to screw up their individual seasons. And the jockeying is going around as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, who's going to what weight class? Yep. We were just talking about that a little bit. You know, is this guy moving down? Is this guy moving up? And you got to see where the competition lies.
Well, this is what makes wrestling. You know, you get down to this part, it's the nitty gritty. I mean, it goes so fast. They start practicing right around Thanksgiving, right after football season, and they start going, and it starts out slow. Then you get your holiday tournaments. Now it comes to this part where they're in shape, they're ready to go. This is the best wrestling you're going to see.
It's a grinder. You know, these kids go through a grinder. Like you said, they start in November, and, you know, to be successful, you're going to go right into the middle of March.
Yep.
You know, and it's a long, long time. And it's difficult for them. But, you know, as you said, this is the time of the year where everybody has to pick it up a little and take it up a notch. And start getting ready and putting it in their heads, you know, I want to move as far as I can, you know, in the tournament.
Yeah, and if they've played football or any other sports in the fall, the injuries doesn't matter. Either you're recouped or you got to wrestle with them at this point.
Talking a little bit about the matches tonight, we were talking, you know, right off the bat, 132 is going to be an interesting match.
Yep, very good. Two freshmen going at it there. God, you have our freshman, Zach Reed. He's coming in with a 13-6 record. And for the Mounties, we have Landon Lorson with a 14-5 record. They have him ranked 11th in the Northeast region, but I'll tell you, those rankings don't mean anything when the kids step on the mat.
No, and again, we hope that matchup's going to happen.
Right.
Remember, you can wrestle the weight that you weigh in at and one above. So if the coaches want to do some maneuvering and try to work out more points, team points for themselves, you know, they might do that. So it's going to be interesting to see if that match occurs. But a couple Mount Carmel wrestlers in the upper weights doing really good.
Yep.
I saw Austin Reed and
they'd have him ranked 7th at 16-1 at 220. So he's looking good. And then at 285, Colin Herb, 13-4, is ranked 5th in the Northeast region. So
two big guns up above. We're going to break here and go to the public address announcer to give our national anthem and our introductions.
We remind all spectators that this sport is competitive, but is also an educational experience for all players and students. It is our intention to conduct all interscholastic athletic events within the good framework of good sportsmanship at all such events. We ask all spectators in attendance for tonight's event to help continue that proud tradition by displaying good sportsmanship throughout tonight's contest and refrain from any negative cheers, chants, or behaviors. Thank you for your cooperation and support, and remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship. Now at this time, if you all please rise, remove your hats, and bring your attention to our American flag, and join us in honor of the playing of our national anthem. All spectators are reminded that any parking on any part of the upper level or any type of tobacco use in or on school grounds is strictly prohibited. Thank you. And now let's meet our starting lineup. Starting at 132 pounds. From South Williamsport, freshman Landon Larson. From Mount Carmel Area, freshman Zach Reed. At 138 pounds either, junior Tyler Whitehoff or freshman Thomas Davitt will receive a forfeit. At 145 pounds either, junior Tyler Whitehoff or freshman Thomas Davitt. South Williamsport, freshman Wayne Lusk. At 152 pounds from South Williamsport, freshman Spencer Farquhar. Mount Carmel Area junior Noah Rakowski. At 160 pounds from South Williamsport, junior Nate Concert. Mount Carmel Area junior Bruce Carl. At 170 pounds, sophomore, South Williamsport sophomore Sam Hostrander. Mount Carmel Area junior Shane Widener. At 180 Williamsport senior Ryan Withers. From Mount Carmel Area junior Austin Reed. At heavyweight from South Williamsport senior Michael Ferretti. Mount Carmel Area junior Colin Kerr. At 106 pounds, South Williamsport's freshman Robert Gardner will receive forfeit. At 113 pounds, from South Williamsport sophomore Harley Antrim. Mount Carmel Area sophomore Peyton Carl. At 120 pounds, Mount Carmel Area junior Jake Katzima will receive forfeit. And at 126 pounds, from South Williamsport senior Israel Lentini. From Mount Carmel Area sophomore Trevor McDonald. Mount Carmel is coached by head coach Steve Zarche. South Williamsport is coached by head coach Eric Gerber. Your official for tonight is Mike Dawson.
Okay, we are back. As you heard the lineups, and Ronnie, one thing I jumped out at me real quick, a lot of good freshmen for South Williamsport on their team.
They have a lot of nice freshmen. I think I counted like 4 of them with very impressive records, going from the 106-pounder at 18-0 to the kid at 132, Larson, where we're going to be starting 14-5. Then you have the boy at 145, Lusk, is 13-3. And then the kid at 152, Spencer Marquette at 15-5. But I think our boys will be more than up to the challenge.
Well, we will see as we're going to start competitions right now at 132 plus.
Yep, 132 for the Mounties from South Williamsport. We have Landon Larson, and from Mount Carmel we have Zach Reed, 2 freshmen going at it here, and both of them with very impressive records for freshman wrestlers.
Yeah, right off the bat, 2 freshmen battling for both their respective schools.
This is one of the matches that I said I thought would be a good one.
Nice shot quickly.
Yep. The first time he went in and tried the Russian, and then next time he went for the Russian but dropped right into that single.
Nice counter by Lane Larson.
Yeah, he has that wizard in there. He's trying to hip him, trying to get him down. But Reed threw the leg in, he got the 2.
He got the leg in, as you said, Ronnie, and the leg would constitute control.
Him out. Yep, he's stretching him out, trying to work a power half on the far side. He's got it.
Working him well now, jumps across to the other side. Release the legs, knew when to release the legs, Ron.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He didn't force that. He had that half. He was going to force it, but he got a little too high, so he settled back into the hips, threw the leg back in, and let's start over.
Right back with the legs. Looking for a cradle to the other side.
Oh, he's got him this time.
Running that head.
Yes, it's unusual. He's through the leg. Well, now he's got the cradle locked up.
There's the cradle. He has it locked in.
You got to watch where you're at there. You're on the out-of-bounds line.
And we're under a minute to go in the first period.
And they're out.
And they are out.
Wow, Reed is like a buzzsaw out there, really going at it.
Zach Reed leading so far 2-0 by virtue of a takedown over Landon Larson. They'll get down in the referee's position. Larson will be down, Reed on top, and they're off.
Yep.
Right to his feet, Larson comes.
Ooh, Reed with a nice breakdown, back to the mat.
Now be careful bringing a guy down to the mat.
Yeah, once you take him off his feet like that, you're responsible to bring him back to the mat safely.
You can lose the match on a slam if you bring him down and hurt your opponent. He's not able to continue.
There, threw the leg back in there. He's going to try and stretch him back out again.
He has them both in now with a power half.
That power half. Well, he's really wrecking on that shoulder.
Cranking it, and now he's moving out to the side.
Not getting any points with it, but boy, he's really doing some punishment.
Gotta be careful with that power half doesn't turn into a full Nelson there when you get the one-on-one to the other side.
Yep, now he's got a cross face in there. 5 seconds, he's trying to corkscrew him around there, trying to pick up some back points.
As you say, on the buzzer, will end the first period, move to the second period.
Nice pace for the first period.
South Williamsport deferred, and Zach Reed will take neutral in the second period.
I'd be curious to see if they could keep this pace up for 3 periods. It's been pretty hectic.
Well, we will see as they spar each other on their feet, both tying up, both on their knees at this point.
The lockup. Both boys are trying to get to an offensive position.
Spun around.
Nice snap down, go behind. He has that leg hooked, and there's his 2 for the takedown.
Just a good old-fashioned fundamental, snap them down, go behind.
Yep.
It's a fundamental thing they teach kids from the youth on up.
Well, they did the collar tie the first time. They got in there and they had the ear-to-ear collar tie, which coaches hate that. They like to see you get out of there and work. They separated a little bit, and Reed went in like he was going for it again, but he just snapped the South Williamsport wrestler down and went behind for the 2.
Nice, and right back to legs. Got to get his hips up there. We approached the 1-minute mark in the second period. Zach Reed in control of this match. He's winning 4-0 over Landon Lawson, South Williamsport. Again, both freshmen going at it right now.
Yeah, like I talked to you earlier about it, they have Lawson ranked 11th in the Northeast region, so maybe Reed is taking that personal, because he's really going at it. We got a caution on Reed. Got to let the wrestler get set on the bottom till the official tells you to get on him, and you can't move him.
Pulls him back.
Throws a leg right back in. Looks very comfortable with them leg. Oh, well, Larson's caught the foot this time. He threw the leg in, Larson has his foot.
He'll try to come pull that out.
And there's Reed working at half in again on the far side.
Try to pop that out. Trying to lift that leg.
And he's getting himself there. Now he's going to stretch him out. Now he's in a little better position.
And Reed maintains.
Working at half again.
Double grapevine legs in. Cranking that half. He's going to have
he's getting the back points.
Going to have to release the hips a little bit.
And he got 2. He didn't hold him for the 5 count to get 3, but he held him long enough to get the 2.
As you said, all he has to do is get a 2 count, and he'll get 2 back points.
He's trying to spread eagle there. Now got a little out of position.
Hips, got to get those hips up. And with 5 seconds to go, we'll wait for the buzzer. And
yeah,
at 0.2 seconds, we will not have the end of the period.
He got a penalty for it. Unnecessary, I guess you would call it unnecessary roughness. He came down with the elbow, forearm on the back of the head. The official.
Got to be controlled out there. You got to control yourself.
Gave him a warning there.
So we're moving to the third period. Zach Reed.
South Williamsport choose neutral.
6-1. Still 6-1. And Larson choice, and he chooses
far shot,
neutral position.
I was going to say reach and stay out of that upper body stuff when you have a 6-1 lead. He got caught.
Got with a
He's got to go belly down, and let's get regrouped here because it's going to be a 5-5 match or 6-6 match. I'm sorry.
Did he get 3?
Yeah, he has them. He didn't give them yet.
Yep. Their 3 back points will be awarded.
Okay,
and all of a sudden we have a wrestling match.
Now, Zach, you're getting
Reed trying to switch himself around.
He's got to watch.
Got to watch. He doesn't give up.
This is all hips. This is all hips here. There he got him.
Comes out.
He got him.
He comes out into a half Nelson. He can get back points now.
Well, he's got to watch.
It's going to be potentially dangerous, I believe.
No, full Nelson.
It's a full Nelson. Said that to you before. When you get 2 half Nelsons and your fingers touch each other, that's an illegal move.
Well, that was like, he didn't have the one-on-one on the side. He was trying to find something to do with his other arm, and it just, once they touch, it's a full Nelson.
He might let him out here.
8-7, Reed is still winning.
He needs a takedown. He needs a back points. He needs 2 points.
110 left here, 110 left.
So strategy-wise, he's going to have to look for back points here, a 2-point near fall.
Now, Reed has the lead.
Oh, Reed has the lead. I'm sorry. He's going to have to get him on his back.
Stretch him out, throw the legs back, and he should go back to his comfort zone.
Unless he lets him out and try to get a takedown and tie it up. He's got to get the hips up.
See, stick that elbow in the back. Now he's got it. See, now you could use that as
leverage.
When you're in there, you get the leverage.
He stays with it. He's got to keep scooting.
Turn his hips.
He's got to keep scooting, turn his hip. Got to scoot out. Almost had 2 points back there.
2 boys are very flexible. Neither one giving.
There's back points. There's back points.
Yeah. Wow.
Reed's going to get 2 back points. He's got to hold him down here and not let him out.
Now it's actually switched into a double bar arm.
You can't let him out.
No, he's got it. That's locked pretty tight.
Yeah, looks like Reed's going to come back. at the buzzer.
Wow, what a match.
He's going to be awarded 3 points. There's the 3.
Yeah.
And we put him up on the board. And that will make a win for Zach Reed. Great match, Ronnie, to start things off.
Yeah, I said there was 2 freshmen. That was one of the matches that I had marked down that I thought would be a good one because, I mean, you're talking you had 2 freshmen, Reed 13-6, Lorson at 14-5, ranked 11th in the Northeast region, and Reed beat him.
And Lorson did not cash it in, as they say. He kept battling back, and boy, he tied it up.
Here we go for Mount Carmel now. We just got a forfeit awarded to Davitt.
At 145 pounds, South Williamsport, Lane Luss.
Okay, now 145. We have Lane Lust for the Mounties, and for Mount Carmel, we have Tyler Weinhofer.
Tyler Weinhofer.
Another one of the freshman wrestlers for the Mounties with a pretty nice record at 13-3, going against Tyler Weinhofer, junior at 5-4.
So we have another.
Should be another good match.
Should be another good match. 145.
Well, with the forfeit at the last weight, Mount Carmel's up 9-0 as far as team score goes. 2 takedown there for South Williamsport's Lusk.
And he'll get 2. And that 9-0 comes from 6 points awarded for the forfeit and 3 points for the decision, which added up makes 9-0.
I think we have a contact problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, you don't need to see. Just get out there and wrestle.
It's all by feel.
So we're back at 145. Tyler Weinhofer, Mount Carmel Area, Lane Lutz, South Williamsport.
And Weinhofer right to his feet, trying to pop his hips. He's got to break those hands. Ooh.
Out of bounds. Come back to the center. Tyler will be down.
Now, if he does that again and comes up to his feet, I'm sure the official's going to be looking at stalling because you have 5 seconds to try and get the other wrestler back down to the mat. And like I said, he got him down.
He got him back down, but he has to work his way up now.
Yep.
And now he's starting to.
Yeah, they try to make the wrestlers keep moving. No, just hanging on there.
In the Olympics, they call it passivity. In scholastic and collegiate wrestling, they call it stalling.
Okay, Lusk elected to let Weinhofer out, and they're going to start neutral and award Weinhofer 1 point, so it's 2-1 in favor of Lusk.
So Lusk,
Tyler in on a nice single leg.
Got to finish.
Finish. Yep. He's got to watch where he's at. Yep.
Yep, they went out.
Lusk knew he was in trouble. There's a smart move for a freshman. He pulled him out.
Sparring each other in the front and center of the mat.
Yep.
Looking for hand control.
Fighting. Yep. Hand fighting. See, there you go. He blocked him that time on that single.
Look out for a pat. Oh,
yeah,
that was a good shot.
He got in trouble there. Tyler had both overhooks instead of one under, so he went right.
Well, I really think Lutz, it looked like he was setting up a pancake. He was going to throw him, and he dropped down in a double leg takedown. I think he fooled Weinhofer a little bit.
Yeah, we got to watch. I'd stay away from the. Oh, he's leaving him up on his feet again.
He is very confident on his feet, Lane Lutz.
4-2 now in favor of Lusk.
Tyler can't get gun shy. He's got to wrestle his match.
As soon as Tyler comes over that arm, he's ducking it. He's going right in there.
Tyler's got to battle inside.
Yeah,
His arms on the outside.
Keep the elbows in. Keep the elbows in.
He got to battle in, pummel in, stay inside. Inside control, what it's all about.
Work his offense. He had him in trouble once with that shot. Quick stalling call there on Weinhofer.
At the buzzer. Go out of bounds.
So now we have a stalling warning against Tyler. 0.8 seconds here. I don't think anything's going to happen.
And that's going to be it. They're going to go to the second period. 4-2. Lance Lane over Tyler Weinhofer. We have a blood, I believe, on
somebody.
South Williamsport. Yeah, they're checking him out there. So that gives a little break for Tyler to get composed, get Coach Pisarcik to give him some
yeah, and I'm sure Steve's telling him the same thing. Keep your elbows in there, Tyler, and work your offense. You know, keep him off balance because Lusk has a nice shot. Once he gets inside, he's working it. He's making contact as soon as he sees that elbow lift. He's right in there on that single.
Stay out of the tie-up, too. I mean, he likes tying up. you know, you might want to just touch and go. Don't be standing still at the same time.
Okay, they stopped the blood time already, and I think all they're doing is cleaning him up right now.
And again, you only have so much time for blood. Time runs out, you can forfeit the match because of blood time. So it's very important they stop that bleeding, whatever it is.
The official went right over. Yep, the official went right over and saw that he was done being treated for the bleeding. So now all they had to do was clean him up. So that's when they stopped.
I have seen, and as well as you, I've seen some prolific nosebleeds throughout my career in wrestling.
And now they're also cleaned up Tyler. They're really cautious anymore with the blood.
Yep.
But back in the heyday when we wrestled, there was
cotton balls.
Yeah,
just stuff a cup of cotton ball. You'll be all right. Get back out there. So we're back here, second period. South Williamsport is down. Mount Carmel Area will be on top in the second period. Whistle blows and we're off.
Tyler throwing a leg in there right away. Let's see if he can work with it. Good moving by Lusk in there.
Both wrestlers,
we got a lock
hand by.
Tell you what, this official's really on the ball. He's jumping around. He's not missing a trick.
Technical violation, that is. Tyler locked his hands around the opponent's waist. You cannot do that.
Not while he's on the mat.
Well, unless you're in the midst of a pinning combination, then they'll allow it. But
Tyler looking for a cradle, but Lusk already up to his feet. Got the leg in there. He's working.
That was a technical violation.
Oh, he got the cradle.
Nice cradle. Got to get the knee in the side. Got to bring the knee in the side. There he got it. Oh, boy. Tyler Weinhofer very close. Got a pin. Tyler Weinhofer with a big pin. Tyler Weinhofer down 5-2.
He locked up that cradle. Nice.
Nice job, Tyler Weinhofer. That's a confidence builder.
Put them long arms to use. Yeah, that kid had a 13-3 record coming in there. Good for Tyler.
That's the kind you use and you build on. That's a great job by Tyler. Saw an opportunity, Ron, and didn't pass it up.
Now, this is another match.
But that makes their team score 15-0 right now, Mount Carmel.
Okay.
I didn't expect South Williamsport think they were going to lose that
This
match.
should be another good one. For Mount Carmel, we got Noah Burkowski. And for South Williamsport, we have Spencer Marquette, another freshman with a 15-5 record. And I expect another good bout here.
Well, we were talking about this before, that this should be a good one.
Yep.
Could be our premier match of the night.
Yeah, there's another one coming up. You have to hang around till around 2:20, see if that one matches up.
Right now, we are 1 minute 29 seconds into the 152-pound match.
Noah in there on a nice single, tried to work it out of bounds.
I think he gave up on that leg too quick.
Yeah, they're got to get that in the middle of the mat. On the edge there, it's easy to just scoot out.
Spencer Marquette, South Williamsport. Noah Burkowski, Mount Carmel.
Noah in there on the Russian, trying to drag him through to get to that leg. A lot of collar ties, snapping down. South Williamsport, from what I could see, wants to be in those collar tie-ups and work things out of it. Oh, well, nice shot there again by Noah.
You do see each teams have team tendencies.
Yep.
You know, and you try to coach around that.
Yeah, South Williamsport is definitely working the collar ties.
I'm sure the South Williamsport coach went over legs this week with the wrestlers, knowing that a lot of our kids are leg wrestlers. Ways to get in them and out of them.
Yeah.
But right now, we're 47 seconds to go.
Both wrestlers in their hand fighting. Now we're back to the collar tie. Noah trying to work for inside control. He's pummeling.
Got to work that other arm in.
Yeah, he's trying there. Now he's got a little bit of control on that wrist. See if he could drag that through to get something out of it.
Got to set something up.
Nice.
Push, pull.
Marquette with the heavy hips, sprawling, sprawling, sprawling. Now he's got a front headlock trying to work it.
And they're going to go out of bounds. Going to get a fresh start, 17.3
That was good by Noah. He was caught underneath there, so he stayed where he was. If Marquette was going to try and get behind, he was going to be out of bounds, and there wouldn't have been any points scored anyhow.
And again, we are scoreless as, again, he goes back to the Russian tie.
Yep, he had it, but again, he got
and at the buzzer, the period will end. No score in the first period.
Yep. A lot of pummeling, good shots.
Spencer Marquette.
No finishes. Okay, South Williamsport down.
I believe South Williamsport deferred and Noah took top. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, with the legs.
It was caution, a little quick before the whistle.
Pulling him back, throwing the legs in.
There he goes with the half.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Just balling up on the bottom. He's trying to get that leg. He's trying to open up the arm so he could slip that leg in there, but it's not working right now. So now he's just going back to the 2-on-1, trying to chop it over here.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's got a half. Not sure you're at here. Getting close to out of bounds. He dropped down to the single. Wrestling smart. He's not forcing anything. He doesn't have to.
Well, a lot of times, you know, if you think the legs are coming, you use something else.
Yeah.
You know, he caught him. He went to the one-on-one, and good leg wrestler knows when to get in the legs, knows when to get out of the legs.
Chop that arm in there now. I don't know if he's. No, I thought he was trying to work a bar, and on that far side, I couldn't see. He's got a cross face. He's looking for the cradle. Cross face cradle.
Now he can slip a leg in.
There's not really much on the bottom as far as trying to get out. Noah's trying to turn him.
Be cognitive of where you are right now.
He's got the leg in now. He got a little high. He got too high.
I just said you got to be cognitive. That means you gotta realize where you are.
What did he do there? What did he give? Anything? Yep, he gave a 2 reversal. I thought that should have just been a 1. There was no control.
Well, he gave the reversal. The reversal was awarded 2 points. It's 2-2. Be careful on the line. You can't relax. You got to be very careful near the out of bounds. 2-2 right now.
No, it's 2-0.
2-0. I'm sorry. 2-0. Spencer Marquette.
Noah there. Now he got to escape. 2-1.
Now it's 2-1.
Noah right to his feet. Exploded out of there. Broke the grip. Back to neutral. He's back trying to work a Russian. Got to get out a little more to the side on that. We're back to the ear-to-ear collar tie-up.
15 seconds to go in the second period.
But Noah's keeping that elbow in there nice and tight. You know, it's hard to duck that when you have that elbow in there nice and tight like that. Well, now he's getting a little loose. He's underneath there.
A little shrug by the South Williamsport wrestler.
And you got to keep that elbow in. When your elbow's up like that, you saw how right away the guy tried to duck him or throw him by.
Can't be relaxed there. And at the buzzer, the second period will end.
2-1. It's Mount Carmel's choice, and Noah's taking bottom. Now let's see who's in the better conditioning. Now it'll come into play. Third period, Noah losing 2-1 right now. Marquette jumped to the other side. Noah's back to his feet. He has hand control, trying to pop his hips. Marquette breaks him back to the mat.
Minute 46 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Noah's working on the hand control down on the bottom. I think once he gets the hand control, he's going to try and come back up to his feet.
Right now, Spencer Marquette maintaining control of Casey Perkowski's hips. He's on top of him. Perkowski tries a little rollover. They go near the out of bounds. Good for Casey to get a fresh start right here.
Yeah, go out of bounds, try and get a fresh start and see if he can pop out of it right off the whistle. It's the best time to escape is right off the whistle.
Did he hit somebody with stalling then? I think he warned somebody for stalling.
Well,
I think he warned Mount Carmel for stalling.
I would hope not.
I saw the stalling hand come up there. I'm not sure which way he went. But 1:10 to go in this third period. Noah Perkowski down 2-1. Very important. He gets up, gets to his feet.
He's got the hand control. Now he's got to pop his hips. He's got to hold of that leg. Keep spinning.
Got to come up again. He can't stop. You got to come up, come up, come up.
Cross facing there by the South Wing. Now he's getting a little far in front. Now Noah's facing him. There we go.
Now we got an escape. Now it is 2-2 with 42 seconds to go.
Has a nice underhook on this side. tried the shot, couldn't get in quite deep enough.
Front head and arm by the South Williamsport boy.
And he's trying to turn, and he did turn the corner.
That was a good front head and arm. Burkowski.
He could step over. There's a reversal. If he steps
We have
over,
a
he has the
flurry of
leg, and he's got
activity.
back points.
He's close. You know, he gave him 2. And reversal back 2. It's 6-4.
Their legs were tangled, so you had a reversal for Burkowski and then reversal back by Marquette.
And that's how, unfortunately, I believe it's going to end.
Yeah.
On the buzzer. Spencer Marquette, South Williamsport, is victorious in a great match, 6-4 over Noah Burkowski, Mount Carmel Area.
That was a really good match. Noah just couldn't settle his hips. When he got that reversal, just couldn't settle his hips down to get total control. And Marquette come back and reverse them back.
Not sure what weights those guys are going, but I imagine hopefully they're going to see each other again.
Okay, for Mount Carmel, we have Bruce Carl. And for South Williamsport, we have Nathan Gonzer.
Nathan Gonzer, Bruce Carl.
Nice shot in there by Bruce.
Lifts it up, cuts it off.
Nothing yet. He's got to work it up. Nope, no points. He didn't give the takedown.
Nope, that was close. The referee put both hands in the air. That means they remain neutral. Back to the center.
Same shot. He's in there. He didn't get. Oh, now he's got it. Nope. Good sprawl.
Got to face him. Got to face him. Maybe cut off to a double. There
Pick
we
him
go.
up. There you go. There's our double. Finish it
Cuts
off as a double.
Cuts
right
off
to a half.
And he jumped to a half. That's right, Ronnie. It's good transitional wrestling.
There's that deep. Gonzer trying to tear it. Oh, he stacked him. Settle your hips. There
Settle
it is.
your hips. Got lots of time.
And he got the 3.
Got 3 back points. He's up 5-0. Right back to the half.
Yep.
Got to pull one of them in. Pull the one-on-one in.
And he's got his hips flat on the mat, so you can work. When you're on top of the guy like that, you got to work to try and turn him, and he is. He's working those halves. He's doing a good job.
Got 2-on-1 now. He pulls it in. Looking to put a bar in there, Ron. Got the bar.
Yep, he's got that tight, too.
Big step in that. He got to take a big step with that.
Well, he got the half. He jumped up to the half. He's going from that bar, the one-on-one, to the bar, and then he went to the half.
5-0. Bruce Carl's up.
32 seconds left. He's a lot of time here to work something.
Just got to settle in, as you said. Put your weight on him.
Now he got it.
There you go. Settle your hips down. Or sit through, one or the other. Lift those arms now. Oh, he left it go.
And he should have picked up 2. Oh, he
picked
got
up
the
3. That's 8-0.
Now he's got a power half trying to work it. 10 seconds. Not much time to do it.
Maintain control. And at the buzzer, the first period will end. Mount Carmel Area's Bruce Carl all over Nathan Gonzer, 8-0.
Green's choice, South Williamsport's choice. They're deferring.
And Carl looking for some advice from Coach
I figured
Basarchik.
he was going to take neutral. He looked really good on his feet. Yeah, he had 2 nice shots in there. Both of them he finished.
Got to keep moving here.
There
Nice
it is again.
quick shot. Maybe a little too far away, but he's finishing it nice.
Well, he's trying to cut it off here.
Come up. Needs to get his back straight.
He got it.
Okay.
Good job.
All right, 10-0.
Through the back door there and finished it nice.
5 points away from the technical
I think
fall.
he has the bar in on that far side again.
5 points away from the technical fall. That will end the match.
Yep, he does have that bar, and he's got the one-on-one.
It's just take your time. Lots of time.
Once he broke his hips flat, now he can run it through. He's got to.
All right, readjust.
Yeah, he's trying so he can't post with that arm if he could roll it
There
over.
is. He pulls it in, stalling underneath.
Yeah, see, when you're locking your hands like that underneath just not to get turned, you're going to get called for stalling.
There's the big step underneath. He's coming around. Just laid him down. There's the back point. He trapped that arm. That was a quick fall, but he did trap that arm the second time.
Good
55.9 seconds. Bruce Carl by winning by virtue of fall over Nathan Gonser. 6 more team points for the Red
Mount Carmel
Tornadoes.
looks very aggressive tonight. They're going after it.
From South Williamsport, Sam Ostrander. Mount Carmel Area, Shane White.
Okay, for South Williamsport. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Well, for Mount Carmel, anyhow, we got Shane Widener at 170.
Okay,
Receiving a forfeit.
Mount Carmel, Shane White will receive forfeit.
And for South Williamsport, now 182, we have Sam Ostrander, and I think he's going to get a forfeit.
Okay, they're banging back and forth with the forfeits.
Yeah,
there.
well, and that's it. I think that's going to end up taking us up to 195, or Hunter Minnick's probably going to end up with the forfeit. And that should take us up to the next bout, which I told you should be a good one, which they've all been good so far.
Sure has. The matches that have been wrestled have been very good.
Okay, at 220 for Mount Carmel, we should have Austin Reed at 16-1. He is ranked 7th in the Northeast region.
At 220 pounds, South Williamsport, Ryan Withers. Mount Carmel Area's Austin Reed.
And for South Williamsport, we have Ryan Withers, who is 5-1 and ranked 11th in the Northeast region. So this should be very interesting.
Should be another. Right now, Mount Carmel up big in the team score, 33-9. But we're looking at the individual match right now. Austin Reed, Ryan Withers.
He's working. He's trying to work in there with the Wizard, or with the Russian. Nothing doing. Boys, you get big boys like this, they're just going to feel each other out. I can't see anybody. Well, he's got trying for that front headlock. Oh, nice move there by Austin.
2 brave souls out there.
Threw the legs in, trying to stretch him out.
And he's up 2-0 early in this contest.
You usually don't see the big guys with legs, but he got a little too high, got himself in trouble.
And a reversal, 2-2.
Got a little too high with the legs.
Okay.
Wow, these 2 boys, look at this. There's an escape by Austin.
A little more hand control.
Now we got upper body here. Let's see what's going to give here. We got, I was going to say with Austin, I would just get out there and let's start over.
3-2 now, Mount Carmel Area. Austin Reed over Ryan Withers, South Williamsport.
Good movement for 220 pounds out there. These boys are really floating around.
Yes, they are.
Underhook. Withers clamping down on it. I think Withers looks like he wants to wrestle upper body. Well, now we got.
Okay, Austin battling with the other one.
Yeah, he says, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to try and bear hug you.
Okay, nice.
Right down to the single.
Beautiful. Nice shot.
Slide the arm down the back, lock that up, that single leg. You won't have that Wizard if you slide your arm down, limp arm.
Nice counter
nothing yet. There's no control, so there's nothing happening.
A little pancake. Lateral drop tried by Withers there.
Just great wrestling by 2 big boys.
These guys are flying around.
And I tell you, I always taught the single leg when you got in there and you had an underhook to the bigger guys, circle to that side, you slide the arm down the back right to the single.
He has that opposite.
He's trying to headlock now. You got to get back up to your feet, get in good position. Now, Withers. Withers with the headlock.
There's 2 at the buzzer. 2-point takedown for Austin
went
Reed.
for the headlock, didn't get it. Withers saw the opportunity to try it, and he didn't get it, but Austin slipped his head out and got the 2. So he is up 5-2.
And South Williamsport's Ryan Withers takes it down.
And I'm looking at Withers out there, and he's starting to breathe. There's a lot of movement in the first period, and his record's 5-1. So he must have been banged up at the beginning of the season. So I'll be concerned about his conditioning coming in there.
Are you saying he's withering a little bit, Ron?
I didn't. You did. Oh. And there's Austin throwing them legs in again. Don't get too high. Stretch them out. You got to stretch them out. There, you got one arm out. There you go. Now he's getting the other one. You got to get him down. Oh, and he's got a nice half in there. He's got to turn his hips up. Well, he really moves nice for a 220-pounder.
Well, I might get a stalemate here.
I can't see. I think he still has that half in on him. I'm pretty sure he does, yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you can't have a stalemate with a half in.
Well, I have a feeling Withers is just laying there now. I think Austin's going to be able to have his way here. There's the one-on-one and a half. Settle in.
Nelson again. Reed is close to pinning him.
There it is.
And there's the pin.
Wow.
101.
Yeah, like I said, I think what happened there is Withers 5-1. He only has 6 matches under his belt. The conditioning came up, but Reed wrestled a beautiful match.
Absolutely. Austin Reed, good job.
Wow.
1 minute and 1 second into the second period. He wins by virtue of fall, 6 points. And we'll come up to the big boy.
South Williamsport, Michael Ferretti. Mount Carmel Area's Colin
Okay.
Herb.
For South Williamsport, we have Michael Fioretti. And for Mount Carmel, Colin Herb.
Colin Herb.
Now, Colin is coming in here 13-4, ranked 5th in the Northeast region. He's having himself a nice season for a junior.
Boy, he's bullying himself right into inside control, double underhook. He's definitely a little bigger than Ferretti.
And there's a headlock.
Headlock.
Yeah, don't
test
get
the
too,
wills there.
Yeah,
test the wills.
Yeah. Just going to say, you don't want to get too aggressive here. You got to watch yourself.
And
Ferretti has in trouble.
Colin in trouble.
Got to go belly down, Colin, hard.
Herb
broke that arm through. If he could swim it through.
Got to not panic here. Got to get to his base. Got to fight to his stomach. Fight to his stomach.
Lots of time.
Oh, and he's not going to be able to do.
That was a big upset.
Pin by Mark Ferretti over Colin Herb.
Yeah,
1 minute, 6 seconds to go.
Colin was a little too aggressive there. Saw everybody else going after it. He went after it and got himself in trouble. When you're that big, you get caught underneath. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's a lot of weight on it, and it's very difficult at heavyweight. You know,
106 pounds.
This is going to be a forfeit, I believe, Rob.
Yeah. Will receive a forfeit.
Yeah, for South Williamsport, Rob Gardner getting a forfeit.
It's 39-21 in the team score right now.
Okay, and now it brings us to 113.
This kid had a good record, I believe, this young man.
Let's see.
At 113 pounds, South Williamsport, Robert Gardner will receive a forfeit.
Okay,
so they got 2 there. One was Gardner, the other one was Antrim. They both got forfeits for South Williamsport. And Mount Carmel's Jake Adzema's getting a forfeit.
Wow. We went from great wrestling to a complete standstill. Ron.
Yeah, well, this last match should be pretty interesting. We should have one. Yep.
South Williamsport's Israel Nolte, Mount Carmel Area's Trevor McDonald.
South Williamsport, Israel Nolte against Mount Carmel's Trevor McDonald. This should be a good match.
Trevor McDonald, MCA, Israel Nolte, South Williamsport. Team score right now is 45-27 after all those hands being raised.
Nice duck under for a takedown there by McDonald. Oh, he's trying to. The official caught him locking hands. He was trying there to work a cradle, and he just couldn't quite get it. The head encircled in there and got called for the locking hands.
Got caught. I don't think it was intentionally. It just happened, as you said, but it's going to cost him a point. It's going to be 2-1. Going to get a new start.
Tell you what, Mount Carmel boys have all been very aggressive here tonight. I'm impressed with the way they're wrestling, going after it.
Look good. There's another lock. He's got to be careful with that lock in hands. I think he should maybe just let him out. Let him out. Give him one. Don't mess around with that because it's already.
Next one's 2.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's 1-1-2, and then you get disqualified. So
yeah, he's going to put him up on his feet.
Just
They're going to go neutral.
Get him up on his feet. Don't even put yourself in that position
Well, that
anymore.
makes the score here 2-2 in this bout.
Well,
and now it's going to be 3-2 in favor of Israel.
With the technical violation and the escape. So it comes up to their feet.
shot in there by Nolte.
Donald trying to buck him
sprawl.
over.
He's got a power half. Well,
no, I think that was a quarter Nelson.
Yep.
God bless him. I'm glad to see.
Now he's got arm bar. He arm barred him right to it. Nope, didn't quite get it deep enough.
Glad to see a quarter Nelson out there.
Two old-fashioned moves he used
all right.
there.
Nostalgia night here. Good job, Trevor McDonald.
4-3 in McDonald's favor, and he's got the bar now.
A lot of time under, just under a minute.
Yeah, he has it tight now.
Israel, tough guy, fights himself out of there.
So that makes it 7-3.
And right back on
arm
it,
lever. There we go, the arm lever. He got, nope, no back point yet. He's got all, now he's counting 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives him 3 back points. Now you got to work for the fall. Squeeze that.
He's very close to getting the fall. And
there it is.
With 14.9 seconds to go in the first period, Trevor McDonald comes up big after being ahead 7-3, finishes off with a pin, with the final score being 51-27 for the Big Red. They come out victorious tonight. We're going to come right back in a moment with a wrap-up of tonight's match and what we're looking at in the future for MCA Wrestling. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back at Mount Carmel Area High School Gymnasium, where the Red Tornadoes were victorious tonight in Scholastic Wrestling over the South Williamsport Mounties. A lot of good matches, some forfeits, Ronnie, you know, went back and forth there, but for the matches that were wrestled, some great matches tonight.
Yeah, there were some, like I said, we started at 132, and the first bout of the night was, yeah, the boy from South Williamsport, Lorson, who was 14-5 coming in. They had him ranked 11th in the Northeast region, going against our freshman, Zach Reed. What a nice bout. Zach had control of the whole match. 6-1, gets a little too high, gets caught, gets reversed and put to his back to make it 6-6.
It's almost like a football game. You dominate the team for 3 quarters, right? And all of a sudden, team comes back in the 4th quarter, and that's basically what happened there.
But he didn't panic.
But they didn't panic, hung with it, then came back and won the match. But a great effort by both guys there.
Then you had another one with Tyler Weinhofer, who pulled a big upset.
Tremendous job by Tyler.
Another one of their freshmen with the great record, 13-3, great bout. Turned around and decked him with a cradle.
Yeah, and down, you know, he was down in the points. He got him, didn't panic. Was nearly out of balance, stayed in the bounds with the cradle, did a nice job, and like you said, beat a quality opponent there.
Yeah, well, I think Coach Pisarczyk has the boys firing on all cylinders right now. They look very aggressive. They look like they're in shape. I think we're going to see some good things from Mount Carmel Wrestling down the road here.
Austin Reed, up at top there.
Oh, he looked real good. Real good. At 220, going against a boy from South Williamsport who was ranked 11th in the Northeast region. And he got a fall there in the second period. And prior to that, really looked good. A lot of good wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of good wrestling tonight. Some forfeits, but, you know, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But, again, the matches that were wrestled were terrific. Again, Mount Carmel this Saturday going into a big quad meet with Hughesville, Lewisburg, and Central. And I can't emphasize how important that is. Mount Carmel sitting there with those 4 teams all in the mix there, between Mount Carmel sitting with the number 5 seat right now. You know, Mount Carmel has to have a good outing. If Mount Carmel doesn't have a good outing, they could drop down below the 8th seat and not get a home match.
Yeah, well,
so it's very important. They did well.
I think they're ready. I think Coach Pisarczyk has them ready. The boys look like they're firing well. They're real aggressive. You can't beat aggressive wrestlers. I mean, you need that. You got to score the points, looking for the bonus points with the falls and working.
And we look like we're in shape. We look like we're in shape too. You know?
We'll see how it pans out, though. You never know. Day to day, just hope that they keep going the direction they're headed.
Well, again, we're hoping to get some guys back in the lineup. Damien Daukus out with a little broken wrist right now. We're hoping that he's going to be back in the next couple of weeks. Joey Bendis, we're looking, hopefully he's going to be cleared to wrestle in the next 4 or 5 days, hopefully, and get him back in the lineup. So, you know, Mount Carmel doing well, but they have some guys out there yet that, you know, can get back in the lineup and look even the tougher lineup.
Yeah, well, you need them extra bodies in there, you know, especially when you get into, like you said, this quad meet coming up where you have 3 dual meets in one day.
Right.
It's nice to have guys to be able to substitute in there. And we'll see how it happens.
We'll see that, and we'll see how the Big Red goes as they go out on Saturday, as I said, in that quad meet. And again, as you said, Ron, the team tournament's coming up, but then the individuals after. But the next 3 or 4 weeks, it is going to be big time high school wrestling in this area, and District 4 and the Heartland is a place, hotbed for
District
wrestling.
4 AA is one of the top in the state.
So we look forward to some great wrestling ahead. We look forward to the Tornadoes maintaining their composure and keep going forward. And I thank Ronnie for his help tonight, and I want to also thank our production crew for WKMC. Zoe Psycho was on the camera, and Samantha Zatney on the other camera. On the master control, Jake Evans, and of course, the leader of the pack himself, the commander-in-chief, Dave McPhee. We wish him well, and the whole WKMC staff. They do a heck of a job.
Yes, they do.
So on that note, we will bid you good night and good wrestling.